What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel as well as on Twitch, so make sure you come by and say hello. This video is also brought to you by My Music, which is available anywhere you stream music under the name Aftersound, and I do have a new song out recently called Summer Gravity, so check it out. Let me know what you think, and I appreciate the support. All right, guys, I always get a lot of comments on my glint balance, and as you can see, I do have over 2 million glint right now, and I'm going to be very honest with you. I have no idea how it accumulated this high. I guess I just stopped spending glint because I got all the reward cards that I needed. I was no longer buying, first it was commons that I tried to max out, then rares, then epics, and then finally legendaries. And even though my cards aren't maxed out, it's just no longer worth it for me to be spending that glint. Now, I just recorded a video talking about if you want to go and get these reward cards before they're completely out of print and before you have to actually pay cold hard cash for them, well, this would be the time to do it. And so I was on the fence, right? Because it's like, I have all this glint. Maybe I should just use it, right, and see if I can get the cards that I need. For the most part, my commons and rares are maxed out. Again, I'm not chasing any gold foils, my commons and rares are maxed out. I have one epic card that is just, and it's my favorite one too, the dragon one, and it's the only one that is, I don't know, maybe like 5 or 6 BCX short, or no, 4 BCX short, or CC short, right? So I guess let's see, how much is that going to cost me if I go on the marketplace? $1.87. Right, so it'll be about like a little bit less than $8 for me to go and max that out. Everything else though is level 6, and then if we go to legendary, this is the one where I keep getting extras of cards that I don't need, and so it's like I need one more of this Sergeant Grausral. I need probably 4 more of this Death Ranger. I probably need 3 more of Sirenth, right? So these are all cards that I want and use. It's just, I don't know. I'm not. It's not worth it for me to go and spend like 35,000 glint for a chance to probably get some of these extra cards here. So yes, will it be expensive for me to go in and max out these cards? It will be. Should I do it? Will I do it? I have no idea. We'll have to wait and see. Where things go with my earnings in Splinterlands, because there's a lot of other things that I want. But the deciding factor for me, in terms of how I'm going to spend my glint, is that I'm done with Rebellion, right? I'm done with Rebellion reward cards. It is what it is. And the biggest driver for that is the jackpot chances that I can get with the Conclave Arcana reward cards. Those will be most desired and have the most demand early on. And what I would love to be able to do is maximize getting, at least all the first batches that I can across the card draws as well as the reward chests. And whatever gold foils I get from that are unlocked, right? And I can immediately sell those on the marketplace. Now, maybe I keep some of them if I choose to do that, or I can just dump them on the marketplace and take that capital and go and buy the Rebellion cards that I need, right? That's my thought process here. Will it work? Will it not? I don't know. But having the glint in the bank for that, especially over the first couple of seasons, I think is going to be worth it. And that's the decision that I'm making. I'm going to stick with it, and I'll live with the consequences of whatever happens, right? Like, as it is, my deck is far from complete in terms of any set, whether it's a core, a mini, or a reward card set, right? I think the only cards that I do have fully maxed out are going to be like the reward cards that came unlocked just because there were so many of them, and they're so cheap, right, for Chaos Legion. But, with Rebellion and even with the Chaos Legion Soulbound, I don't have all of those cards. Like, my Izzyar is still level 3, which sucks because I'd love to get that 3rd magic damage. But, ultimately, at this point, if I can go in and snag a couple of these jackpots and, sell those on the marketplace, take the capital from that, especially when they're hopefully at a high value, right? People want them. Take the capital from that, use that to reinvest in my card collection, get the cards that I need, whether it's even going back to Chaos Legion, whether it's, Rebellion reward cards. That's kind of where my head is at right now, and how I strengthen my deck overall by spending dollars in a much more cost-effective way. I don't need the gold foil. I do like gold foil. It's cool, but honestly, gold foil is not even, the biggest thing anymore. Now they got the black foils and the arcanes. So, I don't even know what the value of these gold foils are going to be when they come out if people are chasing even higher rarities. But that's a topic for another video. Right now, I'm just letting you know that this is what I plan to do with the glint that I have. have. The other area in which I am starting to spend more glint is on energy, actually. And I probably should have been doing this more just because, I'm earning like roughly 1,000 glint per win anyway. So every 3 wins or so, or 3.5 wins buys me another, shot at energy if I keep it under that first tier. And so again, that's just me being able to acquire more SPS, right? For just essentially turning glint into SPS. Now, I don't know, I know a lot of people, especially who have way too much glint, are probably using it for that. I haven't been, and not as much as I would like to, not as much as I should be, probably, but that's because glint to me isn't like, oh, let's maximize ROI and get every single penny that we can squeeze out of this game, right? For me, it's just like, well, I want to have glint because I might want some cool stuff in the game later, right? And so that's exactly where we're at now. The way that they're doing this Conclave Arcana reward set, I really am looking forward to being able to get some stuff from there. And then, if I can get some of these jackpot things, either have it for myself for the flex or drop it in the drop it on the marketplace, take those proceeds and reinvest in my collection. Maybe even put some of that stuff over to land, although I kind of want to keep that stuff separate. I really want land to fund itself over time, but I think that's going to be really slow, so I'll probably need to put a little capital in at some point. But that's a separate video. I'll catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.